What's up guys, I'm DJ and I want to welcome you to my course on how to write and publish your own book. I've managed to write 6 of my own books, building my own catalog that is self-published through Amazon KDP, also known as Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing Program. I've been through the process of becoming an author plenty of times, and I've even helped multiple friends become published authors as well. I believe in sharing information and helping others build their dreams, so I decided to create this program and help as many people become published authors as possible. In this program, you'll receive tons of valuable information and resources that'll help you become a published author. And I'll be showing you guys my personal process of building a book from scratch. I'll be sharing how I come up with my book concepts, my techniques on creating a simple writing process, how I go about editing and formatting, how I find artists to create high-quality book cover art, and I'll even walk with you step by step when it comes to publishing and efficiently setting up yourself to sell books all over the world without personally storing or shipping any of your own product. This makes your book a great passive income machine. Becoming a published author is so great because having your own book circulating in the marketplace does a lot for you. For some interesting reason, it makes people take you more seriously. They hear that you're an author, and suddenly they feel like you know what you're talking about. It makes you more of a believable person. Being an author says a lot about your work ethic, self-discipline, passion, and confidence. Plus, it shows that you're efficient with how you use your time and energy. Being an author commands respect from others. It also shows that you can organize your thoughts and ideas, put them into action, and complete what you set out to do, which as a byproduct also helps you become a better salesperson, whether you're selling a product, service, idea, or even yourself as a brand. Becoming a published author is an amazing accomplishment. Just knowing your thoughts, teachings, stories, art, and ideas were documented to forever inspire and educate the people that come after you is a beautiful feeling. You are literally making history. I believe we all have at least one book inside of us, and I'm going to help you bring yours to reality. A million minds can read the same sentence and each get something different from it. Keep that in mind when you imagine how many ways your book can impact a reader. So with that being said, let's move on and get our ideas together in the first module of this program, conception. Welcome to the first module of this program, conception. If you've seen any of my courses before, you know I often explain that everything we see in this physical world was first conceived in the mind. Mentally conceiving your new project is so important because you're brainstorming new ideas, building mental images, and preparing to transmute that energy into great value in this physical world. Your initial concept of your idea creates the foundation for your project. So let me explain to you guys how I came up with a concept for my first book, Wake Up You're God, which is the first book in my 4-book series, The Codes. Hopefully you can take what resonates with you from my process and use it to come up with your own concepts because we all may be writing about different topics. In my case, I had personally been going through a lot in life and had found myself in a place where mentally and emotionally I was overwhelmed and drained. So I took a trip to Palm Springs, California, cleared my mind, and read a book my grandmother gave me called Instructions for a New Life by Marcus Rothkrans. This book was the first personal development book I had ever read. In fact, it was actually the first book I had ever read in general because up until that point, the only book I had ever finished in my life was Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Reading Instructions for a New Life changed my life. I highly recommend it to anyone looking to upgrade their lives. Instructions for a New Life brought me out of a dark place, helped me raise my level of awareness, and pointed me in a healthy direction. It really made me think of all the knowledge and wisdom I had accumulated in my life up until that point that could be of great use to others, especially the upcoming generations. I then began to become inspired to write my own book. Even though I didn't know how it would all come together, I began to dream and piece the concept together in my mind. I sat outside and asked myself 2 questions. What are some personal problems I've had to solve within myself that many other people may be having a similar challenge with? And how could I help them solve them without coming across too preachy or like I was pushing my beliefs on them? These 2 questions helped me build the foundation for my book. I knew I wanted to help people understand more of the spiritual side of themselves, helping them become aware that everyone and everything in this universe serves a great purpose and no one is excluded from that. I wanted them to know there are laws that all living things live by, and these laws could be used to enhance our overall quality of life. I wanted to let them know that these laws could be made simple and easy to live by. Here are some examples. The energy you put out comes back to you. You become what you consistently think about. You become what you feed your stomach, heart, and mind. You become who you surround yourself with. And what you ask for, you shall receive. I also knew that the value in the information I would bring would help solve a lot of confusion most people have about themselves and how life works. And I figured that if I could write from such a simple, straightforward standpoint, it would be received well. This inspired me to write my book with a communication style similar to me casually sharing information with a friend, with the intention to allow the reader to feel the freedom to accept or reject the information. This eliminated the preachy aspect or the feeling that I'm telling you what to do with your life, because we all know most people don't usually respond well to that. So boom, just like that, the concept of my book is done. I want to remind you guys that there are many ways you could come up with concepts, ideas, and a foundation to start on your book. And I know it may naturally come to everyone a little bit different. So I put together a quick list of questions that may help you get clear on your direction. Here we go. What is the topic of my book? What type of book am I writing? Is it fiction, biography, personal development, a cookbook, a coloring book? There are millions of different styles of books, so get clear on the style that you're choosing to create. Who am I talking to in this book? What message am I trying to get across? And how do I want the reader to feel when reading my book? Answering these questions will definitely help you piece together your concept for your book. And once you have turned your concept into clear ideas, you can easily get to organizing those ideas in the next module, book structuring. So you've got the concept of your book together and you're ready to structure these ideas into organized chapters. This way you have designed spaces to organize and write your thoughts or story in. Structuring is just another word used to say you're organizing the blueprint of what you're creating. You're essentially just designing your creation. In this case, you can imagine yourself to be the architect, if you will. Structuring is equivalent to creating another layer of foundation to your project and organizing it. It's actually pretty fun. If you've taken any of my other courses, you may know I'm not very traditional in the way that I create things. So I believe you should structure your book however you'd like. There's no right or wrong way to do so. Let me show you guys how I structure my books. My motto is, keep it simple. The first step I take when structuring my book is I simply come up with a title name that aligns with my book's concept. I usually choose one of the first thoughts that come to mind. For me, this eliminates overthinking. I put that title name on the top of my book structure sheet. The book structure sheet is where we take all the brainstormed ideas and organize them so that it's extremely clear what I'm going to write about and what section I'll be placing my thoughts under. Then I sit in a quiet area, look at the book title, and allow subtopics that align with the title of my book to pop in my mind as I write each of them down. It doesn't matter if all of them make sense or not, I just get the ideas out. After I sort through my written pool of topics, I pick my main subtopics that I feel make most sense to talk about in my book. Finally, I create those into book chapters. Let me show you what I came up with for my book, Wake Up Your God. Once I came up with that title, I allowed my thoughts to flow with everything I wanted to talk about that was in alignment with the title, book concept, and foundation of my book. Here are 19 subcategories that eventually became my chapters. Who are you? Why Are You Here, Paradigm, Subconscious Reprogramming, Am I Effing Crazy, Energy, What Kind of Company Do You Keep, When You Need Less, More Comes, Heaven on Earth, Hell on Earth, Have You Sold Your Soul, For How Much, You Already Know the Answers, Law of Attraction, Ideas and Programming, What Am I Capable of, The Time We Live In, Feeling Guilty, Self-Reflection, and Glow the F Up. This gave me a lot to work with. I now have my book's topic, title, genre, and chapters laid out. Now it's just a game of filling in the blanks. So now that we've structured our book and we have a perfect outline, let's put some thoughts on paper in the next module of this course, book writing. We now have our book fully structured, and our book's outline and chapter names give us extreme clarity and direction on what we're writing about. I'd like to welcome you to the book writing section of this program. After writing down all the topics I wanted to address in my book, I began to do some math. I figured since my book is going to be about 20 chapters long, including the introduction, I could have the book completely written in about 7 days if I committed myself to writing 3 chapters a day. A full book completed in 7 days doesn't sound so bad, right? So I told myself that every day I woke up, I would go to a quiet place with no distractions and write 3 chapters a day. To feel less overwhelmed, I told myself that I wouldn't care about spelling, grammar, punctuation, or even if my thoughts made sense or not. My only job was to get every thought on each topic out of my mind and onto paper. And although I didn't know how to get my book edited or published at the time, I held the saying, "Build it and they will come," close to my heart. I knew there was a person out there that would be able to edit my work and help me get my point across in an effective way. So I took action on my plan, eliminated all distractions, and wrote 3 chapters a day for about 7 days until I had a complete rough draft of my book. This was the first book I wrote, and I wrote the whole thing on paper. What I learned from this process was that writing is much easier when you mute the noise of the outside world and just lock in with your very own thoughts. It makes your writing authentic. I also realized that every time I tried to force a thought or rush the process, nothing seemed to work well. Doing little by little, taking my time, and allowing thoughts to flow to and through me was literally a spiritual experience. Being in such a resistance-free state allowed so much flow to take place, which always makes life happen easier and effortlessly. Also, although it was a beautiful experience to write my book by hand, it wasn't the most efficient way. So moving forward with my follow-up books, I made sure to write them in my iPhone's notes. That way it'd be easier to turn into a Word document rather than having an editor have to retype all my work word for word because I wrote it on paper. I want to make it clear that we all receive inspiration and express our ideas differently. That's what makes us and our creativity so beautiful and unique. So however your words, drawings, and/or ideas come to you, let it flow organically in whatever way works best for you. Remember, I'm just teaching from my journey and perspective. This could have been a completely different journey if I was choosing to write a romance fiction, anime series, or a comic book. The process may have been different because I'd be expressing different ideas. I may have needed different environments to inspire me. My writing approach may have been different. I could have even had a different brainstorming process. So now that I have this rough draft written, it was time for me to figure out how I was going to edit and format my book. Let me show you how that was accomplished in the next module of this program, editing and formatting. So you've put the work in, and now the rough draft of your book is written. Let's get you edited. There are many ways you can get a book edited and formatted so that you have a finalized manuscript that's ready to be published into a complete book. One thing I highly recommend is that you don't edit it yourself. Not because it is impossible, because we all know that anything is possible, but because it might be a bit easier for you to overlook mistakes because you wrote it and you're used to the way that you talk. So having an outside perspective look over it may be better because it's a fresh pair of eyes scanning over your work. Finding an editor for your book is pretty simple. I actually had my book edited twice. The first time was from an editor I found on Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com is a website where you can find people to do freelance jobs from all over the world. All kinds of jobs, including book editing, video editing, graphic design, social media management, mixing and mastering music, and more. So I found a lady on Fiverr who was willing to edit my book for quite cheap. I don't remember the exact price, but I want to say around $100 US. Keep in mind, people on Fiverr are working from all around the world, including some places where their currency is different, so our US dollar may be stronger, resulting in cheaper prices for me and good pay for them. So everyone's happy. Now this process was a mess because I had written my book on paper, so I had to take pictures of each page and send them to her, requesting she type them up, creating them into a Word document or PDF. So a couple weeks go by and she returns my work, but I didn't like it. She reworded things in ways I wouldn't have said them, and I felt like she outsourced it and they did a rushed job. I was mad, however, this was a great learning lesson for me. Be more efficient and type my future books digitally. So moving forward, I was telling Kathy, who was my best friend at the time, about my tragic situation. And she had reminded me that she spent years editing her dad's papers for his work, and that she often edits many papers for her volunteer work in college. She thought it was cool that I was bringing an idea to life that was going to help other people become that much closer to the best version of themselves, and she wanted to be a part of it by editing the book for me. So she did, and I looked over the final work, adding finishing touches, and the book was done. She did an amazing job of capturing my essence in this book. This taught me that it's ideal for me to have a person that knows me edit my work, because they're able to make sure my spirit and personality are embedded in my work. I'm a very simple person, and I love things that are easy to read and understand, and she helped summarize my points so well, adding bold letters to bring attention to my main points. Punctuation was perfect. She created a table of contents and used large, fun fonts for the beginning of each chapters, which I loved. The book had me written all over it. Then she formatted the book and created it into a manuscript that was ready to be published. Keep in mind, we were still living by the quote, "Build it and they will come," because we still had no idea how to publish a book. So the good thing is that we had a completed book, and the only thing that we were missing was book cover art. So let me show you guys how I ended up with the coolest cartoon cover art designs in the next module of this course, cover art. So your book is complete, and now you just need a good book cover. Creating the cover for your book is the fun part. It's like adding the icing on the cake. You are now adding symbolism you feel is worthy enough to represent your masterpiece. The cool thing about cover art is that it can be literally anything. You can have a photo shoot and use a photo of yourself as the cover art. If you're super simplistic, you can leave the background blank and make the title of the book your cover. You can find a friend that's an amazing artist and hire them to bring your artistic idea to life. Or maybe you're talented enough yourself to design and create your own book cover. Canva is a great platform that allows you to design anything, including book covers, YouTube thumbnails, Instagram posts, and more. I hired an artist from Fiverr and the work came back amazing this time. Send them the photos I wanted them to recreate into a cartoon art piece and wait up to 5 days for their turnaround time. From there, I uploaded my art to my Canva account and added an overlay of my book title and my author name in the font I liked, and it was ready to go. We live in the beautiful time to create anything. The internet makes everything so easy and efficient. So now that we've created our cover, let's move on to the final module of this course so you can learn how to self-publish your book. So your book is finished and you finally have a complete product. It's time that we get you published. But first, I want to talk to you guys about something very important. You know I always talk about the importance of owning the rights to your work. So let me tell you what I did. I went to copyright.gov, paid around $40 US, and uploaded a digital copy of my book, along with my address. This allowed me to submit a copyright claim for my book, and when it was approved, the copyright certificate arrived at my house within a couple of months. So let me show you guys what my copy looks like. Here's the sheet they sent me. I laminated it, came to my house a couple months after I paid my price, and sent my address. So now that we own the rights to our product, let me send you guys over to a pre-recorded video of me literally going step by step with you through the process of self-publishing a book on Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform. This video will cover uploading your manuscript, choosing the texture, size, and design of your book or ebook, and the negotiation of your cut with Amazon. It might be a little long, so get yourself some food, a notepad, and enjoy. I'll talk to you after. So you can just type in literally KDP and Kindle Direct Publishing, Amazon will come up. Sign in, you will need to make an account and let's create our own paperback. So it's pretty simple. It's literally broken down to 3 steps: paperback details, paperback content, and paperback rights and pricing. Let's start with the details. Let's create one. Book title, book. Let's make it book. Best book ever could be our subtitle. Series name, book creating. And this is series number 1, edition 1. Author, DJ, wait, what did I say? This is the first name. We'll say, I want to be a doctor. Let's see, Dr. DJ R. Walker. Contributors, we'll just say author again. Today I'll be Mr., I guess. DJ R. Walker. Description, really good book. I'm just making up stuff so you guys could see how it goes. I own the copyright. Now this is really cool keywords. When people search things on Amazon, if your book is in alignment with that algorithm, your book will pop up. So say we're gonna do fiction, story telling, funny, make believe. I don't know how you spell. Don't make fun of my spelling, guys. Category, you'll just choose a category. We said it's fiction. We'll say action and adventure. I like action. Large print. I don't think I have large print on mine. I don't even know exactly what that is. Adult content. Nah, we'll keep it PG for you guys. Next. Now we're in the second section, paperback content. The really cool thing about Amazon is it allows you to have a free ISBN, which is the thing on the back of the books that allows you to scan it and see where these books are in inventory and who sells them and all that stuff. It's called the ISBN. So yeah, so we're gonna click get a free ISBN. Enter the date. It says your live on Amazon date will be used today. So oh no, wait, we'll just do today. Whatever today is, the 16th. My mom's birthday is tomorrow. Everybody comment happy birthday, Kiana. We'll do black with white interior. Black and white interior on cream paper. You can choose a few different options. 6x9 will be fine. No bleed. Now, bleed is like, it pretty much make sure that your words are in center. They're not bleeding over the page or outside the lines. I like glossy. Some people like matte. Actually, all my books are glossy. We'll do matte. Upload your manuscript. So once you have your actual manuscript, we'll go to mine. We'll do it for the first one. Let's see. Wake up. Here's my PDF, my manuscript. We'll choose. It uploads right on the spot, which is dope. All right, save successful to. You can do a use cover creator, and they'll let you create a book cover right there on the spot using their little situation. So you can choose a design, edit and style it with different colors and stuff, and then preview it before you're finished. Or you can upload your own. I uploaded my own. Obviously, I told you I got art from creators on Fiverr, and then I just had them do it in the sizing of my book, and I just uploaded my own. For now, we'll just say we'll choose this design book. Perfect. Save it. Oh, we gotta fill out some little stuff. We'll just say happy book. It's really cool because you can add your own picture up in the top left corner right here, and add anything you want to say on the back. You can describe your book or anything like that. So happy book is what we'll do. Save. Oh. All right, so now we got all this figured out. We got the happy book manuscript. What? I don't know why it's being weird. Whatever, we'll just upload one of my covers. Hello. Save successful. I don't even know how that happened. Can we launch? Please provide an ISBN. We already have one. Let's see. I thought it gave us a free ISBN. Oh, assign me a free ISBN. Assign ISBN. Okay. I forgot to click. So now they gave me a free one. But when you do, the really good thing about buying your own, I think, it's not limited to just Amazon. If you get one from Amazon, it's just limited through Amazon. So you can preview your whole situation if you want, see your front cover and your back cover. We're just gonna do save and continue for now. Wait, what did I do now? Oh, they want me to preview it. Whatever, it's y'all's lucky day. KDP is processing your manuscript and book cover to generate a pre-ready file. This requires a number of steps and can take several minutes. So while that's loading, I'll just show you guys the rest of my books I've written in my notes. Maybe I could just screen record that too. We'll do Imagine That. I wrote the Imagine That, the chapters. So you see day 1 I had 2. Day 2 I wrote 2. Day 3, and I just broke it down so I could write them pretty easily. Oh, I forgot to check that one off. And yeah, so these were the chapters, and then we'll go back. Here's the actual Imagine That book. So introduction all the way. We'll scroll really fast to the end. And it's literally just in my notes. I literally wrote them in my notes. So don't think you guys have to have some like super complicated situation or anything like that. It's not what you have, but what you do with what you have. So, but I pretty much made an easy, simple template of a book cover. I'm gonna go ahead and approve it. All right, so we have the ISBN, we have everything. Manuscript, we're gonna save and continue. All right, and here's where it gets pretty fun. So you've done, sorry, that was my engineer. Okay, so we've done paperback details, paperback content. Now we're over here at paperback rights and pricing. Select territories for which you hold distribution rights. Okay, we own all the territories. Individual territory? What are individual? Yeah, we hold all the territories. We have the copyright, we own everything. Now, how much do you want to sell your book for? It's really cool because say we want to sell it for $15. it will do the breakdown right here for you. So you'll earn, it says 60% of the royalties. The printing cost is pretty much how much it costs them to get your paper and the ink on your paper and everything, and for them to put it together and stuff for you. So the royalty you'll get for $15, if the customer's paying $15, will be $6.70. So once you're comfortable with your set price, you're gonna go over here and click publish your paperback book. Amazon will send you a message on your screen that says it will take around 72 hours for your book to go live. And I believe you'll get an email when your book is live, and you'll literally be able to look it up on Amazon, and every time a customer buys it, they print it, they do all the work, they ship it, you receive a royalty. The only thing that's a little bit sour about it is it takes about 2 months for you to get your check. So if you did something in January, you made sales in January, you probably won't see it till March. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. I hope to see a lot more new authors out there. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, enjoy it. So there you have it. You've written and published your own book, and it's on the marketplace ready to start making sales. I want to give a very special thank you to George and his team at Genesis Creative Center for putting this course together. And I want to thank you for investing in yourself and nourishing your desire to add some type of creative value in this beautiful world we live in. I'm forever grateful and honored to have the privilege to be in a position where I can serve my information and experience on something I'm extremely passionate about. I hope to see many of your books out there in the marketplace. I'm sure I can learn many great things from all of you guys. But before you go, please check out this course's bonus module. I have something cool to show you. I promise it's short. After my books were published, I decided I wanted to market my product to the world. And I knew online marketing is a super effective way to build brand and product awareness and drive traffic toward your offerings. So I went on Instagram and found an amazing videographer named Panday. We shot a commercial for my book series, and I'd like to share it with you. So enjoy. We are entering a new age, a new time. Things are changing and people are looking for information that ultimately helps them become a better them. I feel like a lot of people are realizing that you can't rely on the outside world or the decisions of other people to make your life into what you want it to be. I want to help people become aware of who they are, not tying their identity to their job, what school they go to, or what you're wearing. I want people to live more in purpose and have their own direction so that this world we live in can begin to help guide you to it. I want to help people transcend into more of an abundant mindset and be informed with the right information about yourself, about what you're capable of, about the energy field around you, the universal laws you live within. Like, people need to know this. The codes, it's just filled with stuff that's life-changing for everyone. And I'm also very proud to say that I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. But through all the trial and error that I've grown through, I feel like I have a lot to offer. I feel like we all have things to offer. And I hope this book can bring your gifts to the surface and your self-awareness to a space that can help you transcend into the next level of your being. The Codes is a compilation of 4 of my very own personal development books. So there's 4 books within this one. Just important things I've learned and really have taken in my life, and I want to share them.